So it was hard at first. I didn't know how to separate, like, okay, now I'm single, because we just started dating, we were not official, so now I'm single and I'm a mom, and like how do I show that, like, even social media, when I would post something, my pictures start getting a little bit like before, where they were like, oh, little mommy, and then now you're like, oh, like, is that a thirst trap, like, you get me? It was like showing like a little bit like more with myself, finding myself. So it was, the balance was, I think it came from me when I stopped caring about what people thought on social media. Because I know the type of mom that I am.
Good.
That's it.
Good. But what clicked for you to think that?
It was that. Like, I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Because there had to have been a day that you're just like, what am I doing?
Let me
like,
think.
fuck this.
I think.
Like, why am I posting? Who am I trying to?
I think it was my mom. Me and my mom are super close. And she was like, why do you care? Yeah. Like, do they pay your bills? She was like, do you care? Do you know in your heart who you are? And the mother that you're with your kid every day.
But that's also a hard thing to accept, because sometimes a question like that can put like, damn, maybe I don't know.
Right.
Who I am, you know? And then you get into like an existential crisis of like, who am I?
Yeah, but I think it also is, it's like it's exciting part as well, because if you don't know, well, now you got to figure it out.
True. But if you have a child and you don't know, now it's like, shit, but how do I now identify, or how do I figure this out? Yeah. With also this little guy around.
They have to be constant.
I have to make sure as well, whatever I figure out, however I figure myself out to be, it's also in like conjunction to.
Yeah, because you have to establish yourself, re-identify who you are, but also you're a parent. And then it's like, how can I do both at the same time? How can I be a parent while also learning who Karen is?
Yeah. And can I really be who Karen truly is? Also knowing that, because it's also your representation of your child,
right?
So you have to be very careful.
And if I'm changing, am I going to be a better parent, or am I going to be a worse parent? Is my change going to be beneficial for the child?
Am I limited to how much I can change, or where I can change, how I can change because of the child?
So, and then sometimes it's like, well, is
keep going.
Is the child holding me back, or is a child like amplifying who I really meant to be? Because people say, oh, life doesn't begin until you're a parent, and then you're a parent, and the whole thing changes. But it's like, but then you also got out of a long-term relationship with the father of the child. So it's like, how do you balance all of that?
And dealing with the guilt. You never stop feeling guilty.
Really?
Of course. Even let's say like I go to like a dinner and my son's sleeping. That guilt.
It's like, am I selfish for leaving him there?
Like, exactly. So it's still like enjoying your life, becoming who you are, and dealing with the parent guilt. That doesn't go away. Everything that you do, I mean, at least for me, any decision that I make, I am always going to deal with that, like the little guilt. Like, how do you like navigate life with a little guilt that you have? Like, okay, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, am I supposed to have a good time? Can I have a good time?
Yeah, like,
my child's at home.
Is he missing me?
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah, seriously, that's something.
But you also can't get lost in parenthood.
No, you
because
can't.
That is, especially for you, because that's dangerous. Because it's like, well, I'm still me. The kid's gonna grow up and stuff like that. But I need to be the best person for myself, so I also can be the best parent for the baby.